topic here.
Oh, okay.
That's a great transition into what I wanted to talk about, right? It's really diving into something and giving it your all, right?
Mhm.
And you'll be amazed at what you can create. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat for you guys, right? And I want you guys to go to it. I created this in the matter of, I would say, less than a day. Um, There's a couple of things I created. Okay, so we're gonna start with this one. July 4th. No, here it is. Okay, cool. Copy. Boom. All right. So in the Zoom chat right here, I want you guys to click that link. All right, I'm gonna click it too. So I'm gonna share it on screen too, just so people recording it can see. But I created this. It's gonna be like a book. It's like a book of business, right? So a
Mhm.
book of business builder workbook. So you click each one, there's different quotes and shit, and then you can add your own quote, right? And then you can learn. Here's your goals, right? Daily recap, what achieved, things like that. Right, here's systems for you, right? My system, things like that. Book of business. This is like I made up my own CRM, right? Dope, right? So people can keep
Mhm.
track of shit. Then you get a toolkit. Here's a schedule, right? Save your calendar, so on and so forth. And then you get an annual review, and it's yours. So like I'm gonna sell it, and then I also made it a physical edition. And now I'm working on a kids business builder workbook. So all of that, I've been working on it for like in my head for a while. But it wasn't until I took action that I actually realized it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. And how amazed I was. How cool is that? What would you get? What would you rate that? Would you use that if you had it? Yeah, now you have it. There you go. So, Kathy, I applaud you. You have a book. You're creating, and now you're gonna work on the journal. Now you got this life insurance thing, right? Now, life only rewards the doers, the action takers, right? The people that build some shit that can either help some other people sell or can help other people solve, right? One of the two. So, what's the problem in this world that stops other people or majority of people from doing that same thing, from creating something? It's one word. Does anyone know the word?
Is it fear?
It's fear. It's fear, right? And fear of what? They don't know. They couldn't tell you. It's just because it's easier to be scared. It's easier to say you could do it, but this is in the way than it is to do it and fail. Ah, I did it. I just couldn't do it. And it's harder to own that. It's harder to live in that than it is to go in your own mind, I could do it, but this is why I'm not. Because you're just avoiding the rejection. You're avoiding the fear of failure, right? Or you find out you fuck around that you could do it. And now you have a standard that you have to live up to. One of the two, or people are gonna find out you're a fraud, that you've been lying. But it's fear. And fear comes from where?
Normal.
Us. Like you go on a roller coaster, someone that you've never been on a roller coaster, right? But the whole time, this person and this kid has been like, yo, roller coasters are so much fun. Once you get in the top, like look down because it's the best experience you'll have in your whole life. You'll get this feeling in your stomach, and I'm telling you, it's the feeling of joy and freedom. You will absolutely feel nothing but pure bliss. They heard that for 12 years, and then they go on a roller coaster. How the fuck do you think they feel? They excited?
Oh, excited. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so excited. They get tingles waiting in line. I can't wait for that blissful feeling. But every other person in the roller coaster is so scary. Oh my God, I cannot imagine. Did you hear that person that got stuck on that roller coaster? Oh my gosh, when they flip you, I want to throw up. Oh my God, don't look down because you'll think you're gonna die. What the fuck is that person thinking in line now?
I don't know.
I don't know. I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
gonna pass
like,
on that one.
where is fear really created? Fear is created from other people and their fear. Fear is passed down from generation to generation. It's the most fucked up thing to do. It's worse than passing on debt. And it's not like their fault. They don't want to pass on the debt. Some people kill themselves to get rid of the debt, but they don't realize that they passed it on to the person that is the next of kin. But that's not their fault. But passing on the fear, that's their fault. Now, the other fault of it is accepting that as our own, or accepting that of truth. I watched this thing, a movie, this film, I don't know, a movie or show or something. I don't fucking know. But they said there's what's true, and then there's the truth. Or there's the truth, and then there's what's true. And I'm back to thinking to myself, that's totally true. They're so separate. The truth and what's true couldn't be more separate. Let's think about that. The truth. Okay, so the truth is there are two genders. What's true? That there's three genders? What's true is in what's true in someone's mind. The truth is actual fact, right? So like it's such a mysterious concept that people don't seem to grasp. People want to believe in what's true and not the truth. What's true to them is that they can't because of what they just said and what's in their way. But the truth is that it's in someone else's way too, but they're deciding to figure out how to get around it. For example, I was just on an hour demo. He didn't close. And the reason he didn't close, I got to it. He has interest. He wants to do this. He has the money. He can afford it. He does this. We give him back all his time. He kept telling me the only reason is money. I go, okay, cool. If I did this and made it like this, would you be more comfortable like that? Yeah, he got excited. And then at the end of the day, no, I promised myself I would not make a decision. He wants to bring his wife into it. At the end of it, I got to the truth. He's just a looker. He's just someone that's here to hear the price. I go, bro, you could have just texted me. I would have just simply told you the price. Because then if you would have hopped on, I would have known you're real. That's the best. But his fear, what do you think his fear was?
The amount? No.
The realness of it. When it became real. When it became real, what happens then? Now he actually has to start working. He has to put in the work, or everything he said and told people, he was a lie. He has to live up to that and face that shit. And he's not ready to let that go. He's not ready to face that shit. Like, oh my God, I've been telling people about this, but now I got to put my money where my mouth is. Nah, I'm not ready for that truth yet. I'm not ready to live that life. I ain't ready for that. Look at that Steve Jobs cover. You ever see the Steve Jobs movie? It looks like that cover. No, you haven't seen it? Look it up. That cover, I promise you. I gotta pause and show you because that just looks just like it. It's crazy. Hold on a second. Hold on. Steve Jobs. Film. Nope, that's not the one. There it is. There it is. Let me share my screen. I got, Devontae, you're gonna laugh too, bro. If we can see you laugh, it's pretty funny. You see? Look at Devontae's screen. Look at it. Look at no, yeah. I thought, it looks kind of similar. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
Right, what a coincidence.
I'm not wrong, thanks for joining, guys. A little late, but we are here talking about how to actually create and actually take advantage of it. Deep dive into the create.
I like that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty dope. We congratulated Miss Kathy on her new skill set of selling life insurance. She just passed her test, so congratulate Miss Kathy for that. All right.
Guys, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good
All
job.
right, woo-hoo! Yanni says it too, but she's
I gotta
twisted.
come to you for life insurance now.
Yanni twisted, She just got back from Japan. She's like, I don't want to be back here.
Oh, shit.
Speaking of, I'm actually going back to Japan September 13th, so don't tell nobody.
All right.
Sneaky. Okay, so we talked about people having fear. Fear of failure, fear of standard now, fear of success, fear of rejection, whatever the fear is they make up, right? We realize that fear comes from other people and how they, don't go to that restaurant. That restaurant sucks. And meanwhile, it could be one bad day that restaurant had a bad day, right? I'm gonna re-click this link for you guys here. For you guys that are just joining, re-click that link. You got yourself a free AK Business Builder workbook. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure, but that was the first thing that we started talking about creating. I created a new workbook in the matter of like 2 days, and we realized most people don't do it because they're fearful. Another thing, when it comes to learning a new skill, why don't people do that? Do they think it's usually harder?
I think because they don't
I'll
wanna
give you an
fail.
example. I thought video editing was so hard. Everyone makes it out to be the craziest, longest process in the world. I just did 2 videos in like less than an hour, and I'm going to show you some of them because I like to show off what I create, right? So here's one of them. Tell me what you think, honestly, though. Okay, watch this shit.
Why are you complaining? You have everything that you built. I get it. You're undecided. You're complaining too much about what you don't have. But you have what you decided to get. Everything in your life came from a decision. You woke up one day and said, I only want this amount of money today. You woke up and said, I'm chasing this drama today. This life, the game of business, entrepreneurship, new levels. It only rewards one person. It's the action takers. It's the builders. It's the doers, not the dreamers. I promise you, we've all had a dream that never came true. So you're going to have a decision. You either continue to dream and figure it out, or you start building. No one's going to fix your situation. No one is going to change your life but you.
Did you add the motion
thought
tracking
this
too?
shit was so hard to do. I promise you, I thought that was so hard. I did that in a matter of 10 minutes. And I had to cut it up and all that stuff too. But why did it took me a year to want to even attempt that? Why do you think it is? Because as humans, learning something requires effort. Right? And again, if we're scared, if we have fear, if we think it's bigger than it really is, we're usually not going to attempt it. Right? We don't want to go to put effort into things that we aren't going to get the most return out of. Why do you think it's so hard for some people to start to go to the gym? Because they don't feel like they're going to get a return. They don't think the time they will spend will get a yield, a fast enough return. Right? They also feel like going to the food or the bad habit is going to yield them faster happiness. or relief from wherever they're trying to get away from, if you will. Right? So you got to think these concepts, they're human ingrained psychological concepts that everyone experiences, everyone goes through, everyone is going to go through or going to experience, but it applies to everything else in life. Why they make a decision today on this is similar to why they make a decision in a relationship. Right? And if you can understand this, and then you can hack it in your own psyche here, you can then start to manipulate it where you're only now creating positive fucking experiences because of your positive thoughts and your outlook on fear. Anytime you fear something, I'll tell you the truth, I feared getting this tattoo. 6 hours. I feared it. I was scared because I'll tell you, I passed out with needles. I have a whole story where I just fell on my ass right after the hospital. It was wild, just right in the parking lot, boom, on my ass. I ain't gonna tell the story, but that's the whole end of the story, okay? But I pass out with needles. I have done it before surgery, like wild. I was scared. I'm gonna have Drew here, like, like as Miss Kathy would say, dressing. I'm gonna have him looking at me. I'm in a whole different country. So if I pass out, what the fuck's gonna happen? I have no idea. So I don't got insurance. So on the way, again, we're talking about stories of me passing out. He's asking, are you gonna pass out? And I'm a man, so I say no. No, I ain't gonna pass out. So now I'm in my psyche fucking telling myself, bro, get excited about this hard shit. You gonna love it. It's good. You need it. I promise you. Do you think I passed out? No, I didn't pass out. But I would have, I promise you, if I would have just let that conversation sink into my brain, I would have had nothing but thoughts of all of the passing out. Because I passed out my first tattoo on my back. And I'll tell you why I passed out. The dude said, dumbass, he said, don't eat 24 hours before. Like, what the fuck? I'm 16. I'm new. He's new. I get it now. So, that carried with me till, so like I made sure I'm stuffing my face and still nervous that I was going to pass out. But I promise you, I had to go into my psyche and tell myself, no, bro, you got to fall in love with the hard shit. It's just like the cold showers, right? You have to fall in love with it. Once you create it, so the book, do you guys click that link, Yanni, Devante? Yanni, you click that? Yvonne, you click that link? Yeah. So I created that shit. Obviously, me and Gemini he has a lot to do with it, right? But it was like a matter of a day, right? I created this skill to edit these videos so I can now pop in and just get more content out faster. I now know and have the standard of how fast it should take it to someone to edit a video. When you overcome your fears and you actually deep dive on your skill or what you've created, if you will, you'll start to realize that you know more than you think. That you are more successful than you think. That you have more capabilities than you think. That you know more on how to do something than you think. But we tell ourselves every day that we don't. And we tell ourselves that because our fear tells us to not attempt it. Only put this much in. You're only good at this. You don't need to do that. You're not going to be good at it anyway. You just got to put a little bit of effort in. Or like I tell you, just turn the knob. Just turn it to cold. Just turn that bitch to cold. I'm telling you, it's going to... Yes. But after that first 10 seconds, maybe 15, depending on the day, it's golden. And then you just feel relief that I could really do this. So I want you to challenge yourself for the month of July. Find something that you've been putting off. Find something that, whether it's a skill, it's a creating a product, it's any type of creating an LLC. It could be creating an opportunity for yourself. It could be getting a habit done. It could be a New Year's resolution. It could be anything that's hard to you. And fall in love with overcoming that fear of that hard. If you fall in love with doing the hard thing, I can promise you hard would never be an obstacle you'll look at again. I once was at the gym and I hired a trainer. I always do when I go to the gym on a serious note. And this was not when I was still a personal trainer. And this motherfucker crazy. Crazy. I promise you. You guys met him. Sean, he was on here one day. I don't know. So we're on leg press. And like the normal person will be like, yo, you got like 25 reps, first set, warm up. He goes, yo, you got 2 minutes. Go. I said, what? What? 2 minutes. Do you know how many reps you can do in 2 fucking minutes? Like, seriously. Seriously. Do you know how many reps you could do in 2 minutes? Do you now think I look at 25 like a lot of reps? No. When someone says you got 30 reps, I say, thank you. You got it. Okay. If I didn't hear 2 minutes, you won. Let's do this. I did 65 reps in those 2 minutes. You fall in love with that hard, that small that you now thought it becomes that little small. Here's another weird example that kind of goes with this, right? A restaurant. Do you know why they have some meals that cost like outrageous, like $499 on the menu? They don't plan to ever sell it. Just FYI, it's a psychological trick. When you see that on the menu, you now look at the $65 steak as a lot less. Right? It's fucking crazy. And they know that. So their sales increase when they put a fucking expensive ass item on the menu. And they'll sell one of those, 2 of those, 3 of those a year. But psychologically, you know, they fucked you up because now you're like, oh, damn, that $65.99 the steak, that shit don't look too bad now. Compared to that $4.99, well, shit, maybe I should spend a little bit more money since it's like that here. Right? Yes, totally. Who would look at that? I would. Same shit. All of us. It's natural. Same shit with hard. You look at hard, you accomplish it. It's now not hard. It's now the $65 steak. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, do the hard thing because they won't be hard forever. And it's another accomplishment under your belt. Another fear that's overcome. How many fears you need to overcome before there is no more fear? It's just something you need to do. That's the question, right? It's like, it's no longer fear when you know that fear doesn't exist. It's just other people's opinions on things that they told you about. Like, if we really realistically think about everything we're scared of, you know, besides sharks, that's a real fear. That's a real fear. Like, sharks are no joke. So think about it. Oceans. Who's scared of oceans? Who's scared of like open water?
Open ocean water, yeah.
Huh?
Not seawater. Open ocean water, yeah.
Open ocean water, right? Hell yeah. What, for drowning or what?
No, because they're big big sea creatures in there that can kill you.
All right. If you didn't know any better that they can kill you, if you just knew that there was animals in there, right? And the only fucking animals you've ever known were to be from pet kingdoms, right? Or, you know, flea markets where they got dogs and cats, right?
Exactly.
You just know them to be friendly your whole life. Are you still going to be scared of the open ocean?
Probably not.
Right? Why? Why? Because they tell you that everyone's going to kill you. I mean, me personally, I'm scared to go to the south side of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So I promise you, I'm scared. Like, and I never scared to go. Me, I never scared of it, you know, but I'm scared. Because they all tell you that you're going to die at a stoplight. People instill fear in us every day. So really think about, what are you really scared of? What's really stopping you right now from being the one you want to be, having what you want to have, doing really what you want to do? Really, what's the fear? What's the thing really stopping us? And it's different for everybody. Me, sometimes I'm lazy. Sometimes I just don't want to do nothing. Like last week, I did nothing. I hung out with my daughter all week. I let my teeth rest and hung out with my daughter. Now this week I gotta work, so, but you gotta have those what's priority and what's really holding us back from doing what we want, what we need to do, what's stopping us. Does anyone have anything that they want to admit? Like really what's stopping them? Now's the time. We're all here collectively as a group together. We can help you through it. Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm an addict. I'm a procrastinator. Hi, Andrew. Hi, everyone. Who else wants to go? Please, I've shared. No one else wants to work through their fear? No, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I want to mention one thing about me is I hate pressuring people, and I don't know why it's such a difficult thing for me to overcome, especially like whether that's making calls, whether that's managing something else or trying to get something done. Like if they're kind of on edge, I always have that hesitation, like, oh, it's okay, like it's okay. And I don't know, that's something that I always let slip because I don't know how to how do I put it? I don't know how
Someone has
to
24 hours. Someone has 24 hours to live, and they don't know. And you need to get a hold of them. What are you doing?
finding any possible way to get to them.
Okay. And then when they answer, what do you say to them?
Hey,
Then what?
probably seeing if they have anything they want to get off their chest.
Why? You didn't even tell them the news yet. How are you delivering the news? Are you, yo, hey,
Oh, telling them
I don't mean
that
to
they have
bother you.
24 hours?
Yeah, you're gonna be like, yo, I don't mean to bother you. I doubt it. You're gonna be like, look, I absolutely fucking meant to bother you right now. Stop what you're doing. I got the biggest news in the world. You got 24 hours to live. I'm pretty sure they thank you, right?
Yeah.
If you have $10 million with their name on it, how the fuck are you delivering their news? Same way. They thank you, wouldn't they? It's the same thing.
Okay.
Hey, your grandma died. They fucking thanking you that you got a hold of them, right? They found this amazing opportunity. They might not thank you today, girl, but hey, they might hang up today. But guess what? They gonna thank you somehow, some way, someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't have that outlook of I'm bothering people, because I'm not. I got the most important thing to tell you today. And hey, maybe it is. Maybe I'm the person that saves their life from going off the deep end today. That heard my joke. That's why I try to be so funny. Well, maybe I should save someone's day. I don't know. But I don't like to think in terms of I'm bothering, because that's just a thing that was instilled in you, a fear. Someone told you that you're bothering them one time and you believed it. You should say to them, motherfucker, you bothering me. That's really what you should say. Duh, I knew I was going to bother you. I knew you were going to bother me too. Anyway, are you busy? It's just the same thing as I'm busy. I don't want to talk. It's the same shit. Don't believe it. Deliver what you believe is important to them, because at the end of the day, they're going to thank you. They're going to thank you for it, unless you're really trying to scam them.
Yeah.
Any other fears besides that little one? No, we good? So look, our fears are going to eat us, or they're going to fucking drive us. Like, it's up to us, right? We have so many thoughts that we want to do, so many things that we want to create, so many things that we want to tell people, but we don't. And we become average. We become the norm. And then you look at these high schoolers and these dumb kids with blue hair, and you're like, how the hell did he become famous when my hair is red, but his hair is blue? I don't know, young. I don't know. Like, you just start getting angry and you're like, it just doesn't make sense. But they took the shot. They didn't care. You know, and you're like, damn, I had that idea once. I got better grades than him in school. I got a better looking spouse. My hair is done better. Like, whatever the excuse is. They took the shot. They put it out there. They created it. And they didn't care. They just said fear is not real, and I'm doing it. Because at the end of the day, even if fear is real, wouldn't you rather have experienced some shit and finding that shit out? Don't like that. Don't want to do that. Don't want to go there shit again. Okay, don't turn down this street. Don't talk to her. Don't do this sport. Got it. Okay. See what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather know that because all the experiences do make you smarter. They make you more relatable. They make you more interesting in conversation. They give you more confidence. They make your brain work. It's the only thing to be scared of is regret. That's really the only, that's, if I can leave you with anything, you will be more terrified of being regretful at the end of the fucking road. More than anyone, then you won't even remember what that person looked like, what you were scared to fucking do because of that one person you thought was going to think about something. You won't even remember what they look like. But yeah, we're scared because of this person or that person. What are they going to think? What are they going to say? Who's they? They ain't going to be they soon. Probably going to be a different them or something, you know? I don't know. But I really just think we should live our lives and not live in the fear of what others tell us and create for us. Once you create, just keep creating. Once you experience, keep experiencing. Fuck what everyone else says or does, thinks. Celebrate everyone's successes. There's enough of this fake money out here for all of us. And buy XRP. Buy XRP.
You said buy XRP.
Buy XRP. It's going to blow the fuck up. That's all.